Welcome to Winning STL, where we have conversations about how St. Louis can best compete and win in the battle for talent, jobs, growth, and equity. Winning STL is sponsored by the Hartford Small Business Insurance, and we're at Fox and Hounds, an iconic tavern within the Cheshire, a luxury boutique hotel with a British-inspired aesthetic located in Central Clayton. I'm Ian Caso, publisher of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and today I'm speaking with Helene Bernard, President and CEO of the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. Helene, so wonderful to have you. Thanks for coming. So I'm always interested in people's experience who have moved here, didn't grow up here.
Yes.
So you've been here 8 years.
Yes.
What were your perceptions coming in, and maybe what surprised you?
Well, I had never been to St. Louis before I came, while I was interviewing for this position in 2014. I knew of Leonard Slatkin and the St. Louis Symphony very well. Growing up in the 70s and 80s, it was legendary. I still remember the cover of Time magazine with Leonard on it. It was America's Orchestra. For some reason, growing up in Canada, I knew this. And of course, I was in music growing up, and it's true of kids who are 30 years old today. They grew up with the same perception of the St. Louis Symphony that I did. So there's a mystery there that I'm not truly, truly sure why. But when I came, I will never forget, I was taken onto Forest Park. And I stood at the top of Art Hill, and I could see the entire Forest Park, and I thought, wow, what a beautiful, beautiful community. And I was driven through the Central West End. That's where I lived at first when I moved here, and of course, Powell Hall. I remember the first visit at Powell Hall for a concert when I walked in, and I saw men standing in line to use the restroom, and I thought, oof, that's not good news. We've got to figure out why they're waiting in line. That said, my first perception was very, very positive. And it was right after the Michael Brown...
2013?
2014, August of 14. It was right that fall. And I remember there was quite great discomfort during the search process that I could perceive, and in the community, about talking about it because I was being recruited. So I think there was a fear that this wouldn't be a reason for me not to come. And actually, it was a reason to come. And initially, when the Ferguson Commission published their report, I was very invested in understanding and taking the recommendations and really integrating them into what can the St. Louis Symphony do to meet the recommendations of this report and really truly change the way we engage the community of St. Louis, and how can we continue to improve. So all of this was kind of in the background when I came, and I thought it was an amazing opportunity to come and lead a major American orchestra in the community that was struggling with a lot of social issues that really are anchored in, the Black population of St. Louis and racism, and also the city, what the city means to St. Louis, and the sense of how do we create a safe environment for our children, for future generations. So that alone was a great reason for me to come here.
Yeah, what a interesting, challenging time to come in. But and I like the perspective on it.
Yeah.
What's our role in this?
Right. What's our role?
And what can we do?
And progress sometimes takes time. And I'm not saying I came here to solve all of these issues, but at least to be open to understanding how can a leading institution like the St. Louis Symphony, what can we do? And we do have extensive education community programs. We are seeing music as a universal language and as a starting point for people to come together. And we don't have the answer, right? We don't have the answers, but I think we can be an agent of change. And years ago, someone came to me to say, the orchestra is really a social agent, like the other institutions, social agencies. And I thought that is such a wonderful way to capture what an orchestra can be. Yes, it's entertainment, but also it's social change. It's contributing to the fabric of a community that is evolving. And it's painful at times, but we are completely neutral and offering a language that is universally understood. And that's what, creating access to music, that's what we do.
Well, Helene, I want to thank you so much for coming in and sharing your thoughts with
Thanks for having
us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.